Thank you, Mr. Vice President, Excellencies, distinguished colleagues. It's an honor for us to participate in this very important discussion with such a distinguished panel of experts, and we extend our sincere appreciation to the Human Rights Council for placing the human rights to water and sanitation at the center of the session's agenda. We also welcome the resolution adopted in 2024, which called for today's session in the lead-up to the 2026 UN Water Conference. Throughout this process, we want to reaffirm the centrality of SDG 6 and human rights to water and sanitation to the 2030 agenda. The UAE is proud to co-host the 2026 UN Water Conference alongside Senegal with the aim of accelerating the implementation of SDG Goal 6 on ensuring the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. But for us, SDG 6 goes far beyond a single goal. It is the bedrock of the entire 2030 agenda and essential to the achievement of all the other SDGs. This builds on the consensus we established 15 years ago when the UN GA adopted in 2010 Resolution 64292, recognizing the right to safe and clean drinking water and sanitation as a human right essential to fill the full enjoyment of life and all human rights. We recognize that the human rights to water and sanitation are not just critical entitlements. They are essential for life, human dignity, and sustainable development. And as the Deputy High Commissioner mentioned, the statistics are very shocking. I won't get into the numbers as she did in the interest of time, but I'd like to touch on the aspect of women and girls and how they collectively spend 200 million hours each day collecting water, and the nearly 4 billion people facing severe water scarcity, at least 1 month a year, a crisis further worsened by climate change, as we all know. These realities demand bold action that centers the most marginalized, including women, children, indigenous peoples, and persons with disabilities. The UAE has been a long-standing champion for expanding access to clean water, both domestically and globally. In the UAE, ensuring access to safe water and sanitation and upholding this human right is a national priority. According to UN reports, the UAE has achieved an average of 100% in providing safe drinking water and sanitation services domestically. And the UAE Water Strategy for 2036 aims to ensure sustainable and continuous access to water resources, even during emergencies. Globally, the UAE has led major efforts to expand access to clean water and sanitation around the world. The Zayed wells continue to serve more than 50 million people daily, and the UAE Water Aid Foundation, established in 2015, has provided access to clean water for approximately 15 million people across 37 countries. And anchoring our humanitarian efforts in Gaza, there are 6 UAE-constructed water stations that produce 2 million gallons per day, supporting 1 million Palestinians as part of the UAE's total assistance to the Palestinian people. The UAE is also leading transparent, inclusive, and consultative process on the road to the 2026 Water Conference. Building on these efforts, as co-hosts with Senegal, we are committed to integrating human rights throughout the entire process, from the preparations to the outcomes. Since May 2024, jointly with Senegal, we've led inclusive, consultative, and transparent processes with stakeholders across governments, international organizations, civil society, private sector, and academia, while ensuring the meaningful participation of women, youth, and indigenous peoples. And we have engaged across major platforms, including the 10th World Water Forum, UNGA 79, Cairo Water Week, COP29, UNCCD, COP16, and UN-related water meetings. Since the start of 2025, and now I'll touch on some of the milestones, we focused on shaping the themes of the 6 interactive dialogues, which will serve as the core pillars of the conference. At the organizational session in March, the first mandated meeting of the preparatory process, 72 participants, including 26 stakeholders, shared their recommendations on the themes of the interactive dialogues. And we had over 4,000 people tune into this conversation. This was followed by a month-long online consultation which generated 495 submissions from stakeholders across 87 countries, with 42.8% coming from women and 20% of the inputs coming from youth. The proposed themes of the 6 interactive dialogues for the 2026 UN Water Conference were issued last week and place the human rights to water and sanitation at the heart of the conference. Drawing on these insights, we presented updated proposals for the interactive dialogue themes in a background note that was issued on June 16th. And we will be adopting at the high-level meeting convened by the President of the GA that on the 9th of July. These proposals build on the themes of the 2023 UN Water Conference, reflect the mandate of the 2026 conference, and are grounded in SDG 6 and, of course, the 2030 Agenda. Collectively, the themes span the full spectrum of global priorities: people, prosperity, the planet, peace, and partnerships. Notably, the proposed theme for one of the interactive dialogues is water for people, the human rights to water and sanitation, including for those in vulnerable situations, for healthy societies and economies. This dialogue intends to place human rights at the heart of the conference, reinforce a people-centered approach, and ensure dedicated attention to the vulnerable and marginalized communities. The forward-looking message we aim to convey is to encourage collective action on the road to 2026, starting with the upcoming 9th of July meeting. We look forward to continuing collaboration with all partners in our journey to the 2026 UN Water Conference, and we see today's opportunity as a milestone in that journey collectively. And I thank you.